Ladies and gentlemen, sadly, it is our final speaker's turn. I'd like to start off by thanking him for his immense patience, and I really cannot think of anyone that we would rather have to close this meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my immense personal pleasure to introduce to you none other than the champion that is Dr. Tahar Boumedra. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the distinguished former chief of the Human Rights Office of the United Nations Assistance Mission for Iraq and the coordinator of the Justice for the Victims of the 1988 massacre. Mr. Boumedra has championed the case of the residents of Camp Ashraf in Iraq and is the author of several publications, including The Untold Story of Camp Ashraf. And as you can tell, Tahar has a great many fans in this room. Ladies and gentlemen, please do welcome Mr. Tahar Boumedra.
Hello, brothers and sisters. I would like first to speak to my brothers and sisters in Ashraf 3, and also to all the brothers and sisters in Iran, and indeed all over the world. In fact, I don't know whether I've been privileged to speak the last in this forum, or it's a punishment. It could be either. But let me say that in 2018, we met in Ashraf 3. And at the time, we were trying to identify what avenues are available to seek accountability. And I was advocating that the easiest and the only, probably, given the world legal order, the only available avenue was the universal jurisdiction. Indeed, time has proved me right, because the first perpetrator of the extra-legal and extrajudicial executions that took place in 1988 against political prisoners was held in Stockholm under the universal jurisdiction. It's a victory. Brothers and sisters in Ashraf 3, you should celebrate. Brothers and sisters in Iran, you should celebrate, because it's a great victory. And don't you ever think that sending or bargaining, negotiating with the Iranian regime and sending Hamid Nouri back to Iran, don't you think it's a loss or a defeat? No, it's another success. So in fact, we achieved 2 victories for the price of 1. We have a judicial decision condemning Hamid Nouri to life imprisonment for his crimes under international law. And the second victory is that we have revealed the kind of appeasements governments are prepared for. It's the same thing happened in Belgium. A terrorist was condemned to 20 years firm in prison. But there were negotiations, and Assadullah Assadi was sent back to Iran. Here again, we got 2 victories for the price of 1. Because, on one hand, Asadullah Assadi was condemned by an independent court of law. On the other hand, we have discovered the kind of deals, political deals, governments are prepared for. Now, I am one of those people who benefited a lot from the contributions of the European Union for the promotion and protection of human rights. But when I see these kind of practices of governments, I get disappointed. I'm very disappointed in the sense that independent courts of law make these kind of judgments, and then the governments undermine their own judicial system. So both governments in Sweden and Belgium, first of all, they undermine their own legal system, their judicial system, and also they spent the taxpayers' money for the end to send back criminals, condemned criminals, back to Iran. So this is why I would like to say to the brothers and sisters in Ashraf and indeed in Iran that we need to celebrate these victories, and we need to keep in mind that the MEK had never lost a case before a court of law. They were listed as terrorists by these political decisions, and they were delisted by a court of law. In America, in the United Kingdom, in Europe, everywhere, it was always a decision, a judicial decision that cleared them. So today, we see Hamid Nouri and Asadullah Assadi going back to Iran. That's not a victory. They went back as criminals condemned by an independent court of law, and they were sent back to Iran because of political deals. So this is the reason for us to be able to celebrate these victories, and I'm sure other victories are on the way. Thank you very much.